everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. So today I am going to be doing my beginner series. I'm going to be officially starting, and I don't really know what I'm going to call this yet, but I'm kind of gearing towards Slay Like a Pro beginner series. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But today I'm going to be talking all about eyebrows. Now, for me, I can never leave the house without eyebrows. It doesn't matter whether I'm having a no makeup day or whatever. Even if it means me just brushing up my eyebrows with eyebrow gel, I'm going to take that extra 60 seconds and do it before I leave the house. So eyebrows for me is what frames the face, and it's what basically makes your face look, I wouldn't say put together because we have so many different features on the face, but it really just helps create some structure and definition to the face. So I'm going to be showing you guys 3 different brow techniques that you can use on your eyebrows. It doesn't matter whether you have thin sparse eyebrows, whether you have thick eyebrows, any of these techniques can work for you. It all depends on what your specific preference is. I'm also going to be including the soap brow technique because I have recently become a fan of it, and everybody is into the whole natural-esque fluffy brow these days. So we're gonna go through products, techniques, and all that great stuff. So without any further ado, let's get into this. Okay, now the first technique is the powder brow. So you can use any powder products that is resembling your hair color shade. So my hair color is leaning towards blackish brown, like a really dark brown. So I tend to go for dark brown powders, dark brown pencils, dark brown pomades, whatever the case may be. Dark brown is my best friend. When my hair is blonde, I tend to go for medium browns. So the color of your hair will determine what color your eyebrows is, but that doesn't necessarily mean if your hair is blue that you need to have blue eyebrows. So I really love this essence. This is the eyebrow set, and this has a dark powder and a light powder, so you can create like an ombre kind of look. Unfortunately, because my eyebrows are so dark, you can't really see the lighter powder at all. Or you can alternatively use a brow powder like this one from Palladio. There is so many different brow powders, and I don't even know whether they still make this because I bought this so many years ago. This is the first brow product I ever started using. Yes, you guys. And I hit pan quite decently on this product. So I'm going to be using this baby today because it's affordable, to show you guys how to create the powdered brow look. Now when it comes to grooming, everybody grooms their brows differently. So this is a technique where you're working with the actual shape of your eyebrow. You're not really, how can I say, emphasizing it or underfilling in or overfilling in. You're literally just following the natural shape of your eyebrow. Okay, so I'm going to keep my left eyebrow completely clean so you guys can see the difference between the filled-in brow and the natural brow. Now I like using an angle brush like this. It just works really well to fill in the brows, and it's quite precise. Now what I'm gonna do is, you can, if you can't really see the shape of your hair, brush your brows through, and I like to start filling in the brow towards the end. Just because I feel like if you start at the front of the brow, it's going to be a little too harsh. Like I said, just following the shape of my brow. And then I'm going to take whatever's left on the product, work it towards the front of my brow, and just fill it in. I just like to go in and brush the brow through, and just really helps fade the brow even softer. And if you have any powder buildup or anything of that sort, it just brushes everything away. Now this is the difference between the powdered brow and the natural brow. It adds a little bit of definition, but not too much. It doesn't look too dramatic. This is something you can wear every day. Just like this, No extra makeup needed. Now, I personally love to go in with a brow gel. My hairs throughout the day will do this. And that drives me mad. So I like to go in and literally go in with the brow gel. Now, I love this one from Benefit. This is the Ready Set Brow. Actually, I think the name has changed. I think it's called the 24-hour brow setter. And this is really, really good. You guys should check on Superstay. They always have sales of these products, so you can get them for less than they actually cost, for less than full price. So my favorite is this one. I've tried the Essence ones, but they don't hold my brows into place as good as this one does. So I go in with my brow gel, brush my hairs up and to the side, and my brows will not move all day long. You gotta let it dry properly, and you don't even have to go in and carve out under the brow. This is one of those brow techniques where it's minimal. You literally have to fill it in, brush it out, and set it. Now you guys can go ahead and fill in your brows with a pencil, but personally I find that powders will give you the most natural finish. So okay, next we're gonna go on to one of the most popular brow trends, and that is the Instagram brow. Now, I have loved the Instagram brow for such a long time, and I'm still obsessed with it, to be honest. But you guys will see why I'm a little bit more obsessed with the silk brow when we get there. Now, you can use pomades to fill in your eyebrows, or you could use eyebrow pencils. We're gonna go with the quicker option today because I find pencils are so easy to work with. They're really good ones by Essence, Julienne, Makeup Revolution. So we're gonna go in with Makeup Revolution today. And of course, these pencils are available in a number of shades. So I'm gonna be going in with the dual brow pencil from Makeup Revolution. This is in the shade dark brown, and it has a spoolie on the one end and a pencil on the other end. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start filling in the brow from the bottom, and then fill it in at the top. So what I like to do is just create a line at the bottom of the brow, like so. Then go on the top and just define the top. Now, if you guys don't have a defined eyebrow shape like I do, you can sort of eyeball your brows and give yourselves the desired brow shape that you would like. So just filling in my brow, feathering the product towards the front. I really like to go into the front of the brow and really just brush through that product, just so it creates a beautiful fade. And then go all the way through the rest of the brow and just brush the product through. Because I have a lot of hairs, I find that the product doesn't really go everywhere, so brushing it through really helps the product disperse all along the brow and blend the color. So as you guys can see, we have a really beautiful filled in brow. It's a little bit messy here in the front because I really wanted that ombre brow situation. So now we're gonna go in and really make this an Instagram brow. We're gonna go in with concealer. You guys can use any concealer. So I'm gonna go in with my NYX Conceal Correct contour palette. This is in the shade medium, and I'm gonna be taking this shade right here, which is slightly lighter than my foundation shade, and I'm gonna pick this on a flat brush. You guys can use brushes like this, or you can use rounded brushes. As long as it's something that is precise, you can really carve out the brow. So I like to take the brush, and it's really nice if you have a straight edge because it helps you really get precise. And the reason why I like to go in with a lighter concealer is because it really helps lift the brow. So taking a fluffy blending brush, I'm gonna go through, just blend this concealer out just so that it looks more natural. You know what I mean? Now for the top of the brow, I'm gonna go in with a foundation shade. I'm just gonna wipe off this brush on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna take my Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 334. Just take a little bit on the back of my hand so you can see my foundation shade compared to what I used to highlight my brow bone. I'm gonna be taking the foundation and just using the brush to hug my brow. I find that if you go in with a concealer that is a bit too light on top of the brow, it kind of emphasizes the brow a little bit extra, and yeah, I personally don't really like a halo brow situation. So the ideal way to get the perfect Instagram brow is to use a light concealer on the brow bone and your foundation shade on the top of the brow. Okay, and then the last step for the Instagram brow is going in with brow gel and just setting this into place. And that is the Instagram brow. I know it looks very crazy right now because I don't have any other makeup on, but this is the natural brow compared to the Instagram brow. Okay, now the last and final technique is the soap brow technique. Now this is called the soap brow, it's called the fluffy brow, it's called the feathered brow, whatever you guys want to call it. Now I have been testing numerous soaps, and I find the one that works the best is the pure soap, and I got this from Clinique. It's about 14 Rand and it's a big bar, so it's gonna last you forever. So the way I like to do the soap brow technique is that I like to take the bar of soap and I'll take a setting spray. This one is the Kiki Beauty one. Or you can take water, whatever your heart desires. And I'm just gonna wet the soap. And I am going to leave it just a little bit to kind of let the setting spray seep into the soap. And then we're gonna go from there. Okay, so I just leave it on for a few moments until the setting spray looks like it has fairly much seeped into the bar. I'm gonna take a clean spoolie, just sort of rub through, kind of creating a paste. I'm almost gonna rub the bar until it's not as shiny. Can you guys see that? Okay. Next, I am going to brush the hairs down first. Now the reason why I brush the hairs down is because I have a lot of brow hair, you guys. A lot of brow hair. So if I just brush it up, it will tend to not do well throughout the day. So I'm going to twist the spoolie as I brush the hairs up. Just brush everything up and out. Make sure all the hairs are nicely coated. And also the trick is to make sure that all the hairs are stuck down onto your skin. Okay, so personally for me this is just a little dramatic, so I like taking this small spoolie from one of my brow pencils that are finished, and I'm just going to drag the brows so that they kind of lay against the brow. If that makes any sense. Oh, this brush has concealer on it. Oh my god. You don't want to wait until the brow is completely dry to do this, because it won't necessarily hold the shape. And you just really want to take your time to finesse the soap brow. Always you want to make sure after you're done with both brows, you want to wipe the soap off of the spoolie using a wet wipe, and it is fresh for the next use. Next we're going to go into my Benefit brow. Now I love this because it comes with such a really nice teeny tiny brush for teeny tiny itty bitty hair strokes. Now I always like cleaning off my brush on a wet wipe because the brush is going to be nice and fresh for each and every hair stroke. So I'm going to be picking up some product on the brush And then I'm going to start creating hair-like strokes, starting from here. I kind of create 3 hairs, go back in the pot, and then do the rest. So I'm just doing it where I have bald spots. I have some here. And sometimes if I didn't lay the hairs down properly up here, I like to go in a little bit with some pomade, kind of make it look a bit uniform. And then I like to go in the front of the brow and just create some hair-like strokes. Sometimes there's too much of product on my brush. So I'm going to use whatever product is at the front of my brow and kind of fill it in. Okay, so once I am happy with that, you can see I'm a little bit untidy in that region because I'm still kind of new to the soap brow. But I'm going to go back in with this concealer. Sometimes I feel like the beginning of my brow is a bit too harsh. I just go over the front of the brow with concealer and it kind of softens it just a little bit. This is why I do my brows before foundation, because if you happen to just mess it up, it's very easy for you to clean up the brows if you do it first. So this is what the soap brow looks like. I really like this technique. I think it is really bomb for those of us who have so much of hair on our eyebrows, and it utilizes all of the hair in the best possible way. And this is definitely by far one of my favorite brow techniques. I feel like it really just, you know, utilizes every single brow hair, and it's also easier to create hair-like strokes once you know where exactly you need filler hairs, you know what I mean? So that is it for this video all about eyebrows. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I'm sure regardless of whether you're a beginner or a more advanced makeup user that you can learn something from this series. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to slay all day every day with and without makeup, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye!